So let's step back a little bit into the 2017 financials of FMDQ, OTC Securities Exchange, held its annual general meeting late last week. And of course, it was a time to review the performance of this market. Of course, you know, FMDQ is where you have the deep end of Nigeria's debt market, and of course, the platform for FX trading, including a number of other debt and FX derivatives. So let's take a listen to the statement of the chairman of the FMDQ, OTC Securities Exchange, Dr. Joseph Nnana. Nnana is also Deputy Governor in charge of Economic Policy Directorate at the Central Bank of Nigeria. Let's see how things went with FMDQ last year, and what lessons we're learning from there about the state of Nigeria's securities market and a little bit of outlook. Take a listen.
Distinguished shareholders, it is with great pleasure that I welcome you to the 6th annual general meeting of our company, the first in my capacity as chair of the board of directors. I have the honor and privilege to present the annual report and accounts of FMDQ OTC PLC for the year ended December 31st, 2017. The operating environment. The global economy picked up in 2017 despite the pessimistic predictions following the rise of populism, Brexit concerns, and geopolitical tensions. Nonetheless, the year showcased the strongest global growth of 3.6% since 2011, driven by strong global trade and GDP growth, as well as subdued inflationary pressures. In Nigeria, our gross domestic product emerged from recession by achieving a growth rate of 0.83%, an improvement from negative 1.58% recorded in 2016. The oil sector, which witnessed limited investment in capex, recorded a growth of 4.79% compared to negative 14.45% in 2016. This represents a significant improvement. While the non-oil sector's contribution of 92.83% raised hope for Nigeria's growth projections for 2018, driven by agriculture, trade, services, and transportation. Headline inflation on year-on-year basis moderated to 15.44%. Nevertheless, a lull in labor market persisted as the economy wrestled with job creation for a burdened labor force despite the country's improving growth position. Pro-market foreign exchange reforms by the Central Bank of Nigeria characterized the introduction of the Investors and Exporters, or I&E, Forex window in April 2017, significantly improved foreign exchange currency liquidity and exchange rate stability in the macroeconomy. The I&E window represents a game changer in the FX management regime of the Monetary Authority. Total FX flow through the window exceeded US 45 billion to date. The weighted average rate in the I&E window in the fourth quarter of 2017 was 360.46 kobo per US dollar. Notwithstanding Nigeria's macroeconomic challenges, the OTC exchange recorded a revenue of 2.57 billion, up almost 27% from 2016, the highest recorded since its inception in 2013. However, due to investments made in strategic market development initiatives during the year, the operating expenses also grew by some 39% to 2.22 billion, leading to a decline of 20.58% in profit before tax. At 349.76 million naira when compared to 2016. The turnover from trading activities on our platform also recorded the highest value since inception at 142.03 trillion naira, a 25% increase when compared to the previous year, with increase in trading activities seen in treasury bills and foreign exchange product lines. A detailed account of the company's financial performance is set out in the CEO's review. Corporate development. Our listings and quotations business thrived in 2017 as we admitted an impressive number of 47 debt security, up 74% from the previous year, with a total value of some 236.87 billion naira. We recorded a total of 37 commercial papers, 10 bonds, and 3 funds quoted and listed on our platform. Furthermore, we also attracted foreign currency denominated securities listings to the tune of some $4.98 billion. With the Federal Republic of Nigeria making a history by listing for the first time on a Nigerian exchange its Euro bonds and inaugural diaspora bond on the OTC exchange. This was a major feat for FMDQ and Nigeria as a whole, as this promotes, among others, visibility for the issues and financial inclusion, and demonstrated the government's commitment to drive the growth and development of not only our debt capital market, but also our local financial markets by bridging the long-term financial gaps for economic development and enhancing global competitiveness of our financial markets. Actually, we must commend the federal government for this initiative. And we, at the FMDQ OTC exchange, we were the major beneficiary, and we are grateful to government. The company also experienced growth in its membership base as the year closed with a total of 181 members, up 16% from the previous year. This growth was seen across all membership categories. During the year, we held 2 members-only meetings, which brought together all our members, with the exception of affiliate members who do not have rights to participate, to collectively contribute and influence a variety of initiatives championed by the company, spanning across market development and regulation, market connectivity and technology, in order to aid market architecture development. Furthermore, the company successfully secured the Securities and Exchange Commission registration for FMDQ Clear Limited, the pioneer central clearinghouse in Nigeria and a fully owned subsidiary of FMDQ, to function as a clearing and settlement company in the capital market. And let me also add that the clearing and settlement is with finality. It hasn't been so in Nigeria in the past. This represents a critical milestone for FMDQ and indeed for the market, as FMDQ Clear will help build a robust and transparent financial system. The SEC also approved the OTC exchange Sukuk listing rules, which outline the requirements for the listing of Sukuks on FMDQ. Some of you who travel by road must have seen some signposts posted by the Federal Ministry of Works that this road is constructed with your Sukuk. subscription is indeed a very healthy development, and we want more of that. I spoke to the DG, DMO, and she promised that there will be more sukuk issuances. The blend of traditional banking and non-interest banking is what will make our country move forward. During the year, our sustainability and corporate responsibility franchise was activated in order to prioritize and create more focus to our sustainability agenda. A detailed account of sustainability efforts is set out in the sustainability section of this report. Furthermore, our corporate responsibility efforts were focused on our communities, and we continue to provide support to different groups in our society, including our elderly citizens who may have been neglected, children who have been orphaned, the vulnerable youth in society requiring rehabilitation, and children with special needs. FMDQ will continue to widen its reach in 2018 with a view to providing financial market education to students at primary, secondary, and university levels, as well as fresh graduates in line with the company's corporate responsibility agenda. I think on this note, I thank management for taking this initiative. For a very young company, it's indeed an uncommon effort. Strategic collaboration. During the year, FMDQ partnered with S&P Dow Jones Indices by the signing of a memorandum of understanding for the development and publication of co-branded fixed income indices in the Nigerian financial market. The MOU is geared towards providing investors with adequate benchmarks for the fixed income market and to provide transparent and credible information to the investing public and other persons with interest in the Nigerian financial market. Furthermore, the Debt Capital Markets Development Project, the project spanning from 2020 to 2025, supported by the Climate Bonds Initiative, launched the Sustainable Finance Subcommittee, a major driver for advancing the growth and development of sustainable finance in Nigeria. In fact, ADB must take the credit for this initiative, but I'm happy that we have also keyed into it, and it's something worth doing. We need to save our climate and our environment. Its key focus includes green bonds, impact investing, microfinance, credit for sustainable projects to active ownership and financial inclusion, among others. More details of our strategic engagements are provided in the stakeholders engagement section of the annual report, which has been circulated. Structural governance. My predecessor, Dr. Mrs. Sarah Alade, OON, retired as chairman of the board on April 28, 2017, after 4 years of meritorious service to our organization. We sincerely wish her well in her future endeavors. Furthermore, Mr. Yinka Sani, representing the Bankers Committee, retired from the board during the second quarter of the year and was replaced by Dr. Demola Sungole with effect from July 18, 2017.
Dr. Joseph Nana, the chairman of FMDQ, OTC Securities Exchange, and Deputy Governor in charge of Economic Policy Directorate at the Central Bank of Nigeria. We'll be right back, of course, still in the debt market. Let's track the yield curve.